Hello, and welcome to the box room. David Bradley here. Alright, last episode we were fighting to get in to a Commodore 64 that had some wood screws. I think I have found, not in my main toolbox, but another toolbox, maybe something that would fit. Maybe. Okay, it seems to fit. My God, these things are tight. I'm afraid, you know what, it's one of those times, I wonder if they were put in with glue. I'm afraid I might even break the screwdriver. Or something out. Oh, okay, something went. Okay. It moved. I think it's loose. Now. Oh my God, the machine is turning. Okay. I think they're out. Get out. Okay, the top is loose. Good, the screws. Oh yeah. The screws came out. They are never going back in there again. I'm not the best at throwing things out. But those will never come back in here. So now, there will be extra stuff in here, of course, because there's extra stuff in here. And indeed, there is extra switches and things. But they don't seem to be attached to that. Now, the one thing I did find was that the LED did not light up. And that is unusual, but I think maybe, possibly, it was not properly connected. So we'll check that first. Machine is off. We will apply power. Hello. We will. Oh, it's the wrong power supply. Just a second here. Where? I had. Okay, that is the right one. But is this plugged in? No, it is not. Okay. Hang on. What is this? Oh, where is it plugged in? Okay, it is plugged in. Okay, so we have the correct power supply. We will stick it in. I'll turn the machine over. I'll turn it on. And yes, now the LED lights up. So that's one little thing. Now, these other switches are attached to the top of the case. And this thing, well, I guess if it's going to be here, it's going to be here. This thing is taped down. So, okay. Let us have a look and see what screws are in here. Oh, there's none. Okay. So the keyboard can come off, I think. Ooh. Oh my, I think I've been something. Come on. Oh my word. This machine just seems to want to be difficult. Oh my God. Want to be difficult. Okay. Keyboard is off. Let me look and see. Did I bend anything horribly in there? The machine is off. I don't think so, but something in there does look a little funny. Yeah, there's definitely, I'm going to unplug this. Definitely some of the pins to do with the keyboard are looking like they have been stressed in the past. Just a little bit. Just a little. Alright. Now, this should have some torque screws holding it together. There's one. And typically, there are more towards the back. I see 1, 2, 3, rather than 4. Alright, it's alright. It's okay. And indeed, this is a small board that I am not fond of. I just am not. Where's the screw? Okay. Now, so there is tape on the shield. So I'm going to see if I can pull the wires out and get that off of there and get the shield out of here and very delicately pop the screws. Huh. And then put the shield down. So the board now should come up, but it's kind of, see, it's stuck. See, what we have here, and I'll see what I can do about this. I do not wish to pull the wires off. We have, alright, so, let's see here. Maybe I should do this upside down. You go away. Alright, so what we have, let's see if I can see this. Okay, so up in the top corner, we have a reset switch, which is on the user port. It's just a couple of globs of things. That's all it takes. Down lower, we have JiffyDos. And I have really never used it before, but there it is. Basically, the reset switch is looking down at the board. Now, remember, don't do this. Looking down at the board where the user port is on the left. So I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 things on the edge connector. 12. And if we look at this, to do a reset, someone has taken what basically looks like a lamp cord and soldered it to pin number 10, pin number 12 from the left. So you got the machine. Here's the user port on this side, on the left side. So you count from the left, pin 10, pin 12. Big glob of solder, big thing, and that goes to the push button on the top. Now JiffyDos is a whole other thing. JiffyDos has its own little circuit board, and it does have a switch to turn it on and turn it off. So it does seem that, if I were to be careful, as I always am, that, let's see here, I will see about, nope, that's too big. I will get a teeny tiny little screwdriver, and I will be careful. So I'm just gently getting this underneath and prying it out. This is JiffyDos. There it is. So it has its own little board and its own little circuit board, which isn't much. So basically, from what it looks like, it is an EEPROM. It's been covered by, oh boy, this is tough. The EEPROM is covered by the JiffyDos thing. Why is, oh yes, the case is still there. And, you know what, there's no point. Anyway, basically, there's a little circuit board. JiffyDos is in there. There's two wires that go to the switch. So it would seem that the main ROM that would be in there is also in the EEPROM, and you can turn JiffyDos on and off. So I will put that back in. I will. Now, the one chip that seems to be reported bad and makes no sound is the 8580R5, which is basically a 6501, but it's not. Don't you know? So, and it is in there. You know what I was just thinking with my, excuse me, you know, with my hot glue and such, perhaps I could possibly, maybe, take my helmet. Where is my helmet? I'm not sure where my helmet is. Oh, what is this I have in here? Oh, I brought extra things. I could start gluing chips onto my helmet with the hot glue gun. Where did I put my helmet? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so we have a 64. Right now it has no SID chip in it, but it seems to be working every other way. That is not a terrible thing. It's actually a good thing compared to what I thought was going to happen. It's a good thing. Here is the shield. Here's the 64. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach up there and delicately put that 64 there. Oh, do I really want to do this? I wish I had. I wish I did. What do we got here? A 64. What's this say? 64 basement 5-pin SID 3 0 to 4 U1. Bad says diag. I would like to put I would like to put another SID chip in there and give it a try. But boy, that's a lot of screws on that machine. Just a second here. I have down here, oh yeah, a 64 board. This, oh yeah, water damage, crazy stuff. And of course, do I have any notes on it? No. I should have, but I don't. Alright. The monitor cable is white. There it is. I should have notes on this. See if anything comes up on this. Oh, it does come up. Look at that. So, without the harness, I can plug in the diagnostics. I can. And just see what I hear on the SID chip. This machine, although it has suffered some water damage, everything is socketed, even some of the RAM chips. Sorry, I mean all the major chips are socketed. So let's just see if we can get this to sing. And it's about time. And we hear, oh, wait. Always helps if the volume is up. The gentle rumble in the distance. Okay. So that is a good sign. So what we're going to do is, where is my blue paper? Well, see, I should have here a whole pad of blue paper. Maybe it's in here. These ones got squirrely. Okay. Ta-da! Alright, there's a note to myself. Water damage. Seems okay. That is not so difficult. Oh yeah. Put that on the bottom, and because of all the water damage, it makes it more difficult. We'll hit it with some Scotch tape. Yes, it's real, genuine Scotch tape. And then, indeed, this has got to go. Recycling will go. And then I will take this little screwdriver. I will steal the SID chip. Now, I know they changed the number on these chips, but I don't think it makes any difference as to whether I put an 8580 R5 into this other 64. I don't think it does. I'm going to put this board here with a little more reverence on how it was handled before. And bring the 64 back down here. And I cannot remove the lid. Alright, so we check the pins. They're all looking fine. Make sure we have the correct configuration. And we pop it in. And now we grab the power supply. And pick up the case. And get the monitor in. And the cartridge in. And are we okay? Turn it on. And we'll see. Anyway, I do believe that this chip, which is very dead, it's an 8580R5 made in the 48th week of 1987. I think I have an idea. I just have to find my helmet. I did often think that I could just sort of stick them through, and I have my cowboy hat here. I could always just stick them through with the pins, but I don't think so. I think it might be time for some hot glue. Now that is one thing I found before. There is a difference in these chips, because I know from what we heard before that this chip works just fine. But in this machine, the fourth, the sound generator, just the white noise, didn't come up. But just recently, I did this before with a good SID chip. It wasn't an 8580 R5, and it did not work. And I thought, oh, there's trouble with the SID chip. But in a machine such as this, it worked just fine. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. All right, I'll put this back in. All right, and that board is now documented. So, boy, I would love to find one with a super PLA that's in a socket. But it's not. Someday I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it. Alright, so pull that out. Pull that out. And now that I have this really open, I'll look at the pins on the keyboard connector. And where is this my regular screwdriver? Yes, this is my regular screwdriver. So I will look at them and indeed find that there is some bendage down at the far end. And a little bit there. So I am thinking that I have that sorted out now. I am thinking. Alright. The shield. Now this did not have all the screws that it might have had, but it's okay. It will be enough to make sure it does not slide around and do bad things. So, put one in the front. And we'll put one in this, I think, in this corner, except it fell. Grab the back. Oh. This keyboard thing being as it is, sorry, the top of the keyboard being not so easily just set aside, does make this more difficult. But, oh well. Actually, you know what? Is that one? I think I'm just going to go with these three. Oh, wait, was there another? I thought, okay, that screw is actually should be on the keyboard. I thought that was 4. Oh well. It doesn't really matter. So, get the wires inside. Oh, and I suppose it would be helpful at this juncture before I put this all to bed that I put the keyboard back on, assuming it will go after my little bit of straightening on the pins. And it is indeed in. And you know, this screw here, which was actually in the bottom of the machine, I will put, it is supposed to be on a screw, on one of the keyboard screws. Where is the screw? It is a fine thread. And at least that'll hold out a little bit. Alright. So now, line up things. Make sure the wires are not in distress. Push things together. And document. Okay. So, 64C SID was 100% at removed. Has reset button. JiffyDos plus switch. Part of the 1581 deal. Missing screws. And because I can, I will turn it over and I will put CA 1 4. And I'm reading these upside down. 2 8 0 5 3. And it's not bad overall. And I will put this on the bottom. And I will get the Scotch tape and secure it thusly. Oops. Thusly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't knock things out. Okay. So it is not really. It is not secured, but it's okay. So I think I will set this gently over here. Perhaps I will take it downstairs because I know that it works, but it needs a SID chip. Now this SID chip I need to set aside and see about finding my helmet. I think I will set it up here on the disk drives. Yes, I think, oh, and there is a screw. Probably the one that should have been inside here. Ooh. Well, you know what? It's alright. Really, don't need one more inside. But I can secure the case It is a Torx screw. And it's not a bad thing to have the case secured. Snug, but don't snap things. And indeed. So I guess the last thing, just before moving on to something else, is we'll plug in the video, and we'll plug in the power. I don't think that's the power. Oh, it might be. No. This is the power. And I'll turn it on. And up she comes. And it's funny, you know, I had trouble, I think. 53280,0. 5328081,0. I'll change that to white. And we have nothing, but we will do a quick program. And what is it saying? It says, and by the way, when something is going quickly on the screen, if you hold down the control key, it will let it go slower. It says World of Commodore. And why does it say World of Commodore? Well, because the World of Commodore is coming. December 2nd and 3rd of 2023. It will be at the Admiral INN, which is in Mississauga, which is very close to Toronto. It is literally, well, maybe not a stone's throw, maybe a pitching wedge away from the QEW, so it's very quickly and easily accessible. And it will be epic. I will get you more details about the exact hours and the cost, and if you want to be a speaker, who to talk to, and if you want to have a table to show things, or sell things, or whatever, how that's all arranged, and it will be dandy. So at the moment, what am I plugging this in for? I'm going to hit the reset buttons and put an end to this World of Commodore thing. Hello. There we go. And then I'm going to do it again. Flip the JiffyDos switch and see that it comes up with, yes it does, JiffyDos version 6.01, copyright 1989 CMD. C64 basic version 2, 38,911 basic bytes free. So the JiffyDos seems okay. I think what I might do, because I can, and I have a Sharpie, I might just write on here very neatly. Off and on. And reset. The danger of a reset switch, of course, is if you're in the middle of something happens that pushes on the button, guess what? It resets. But they are good. They are wonderful. You just gotta be aware, you know, don't push it when you don't want to. And the reason they're good is because, you see, every time you turn the machine on and off, there is this tremendous inrush of power. This can be bad. It can be. And it is best, if possible, to avoid that. Because I could turn the machine off and on to do the on-off on the JiffyDos, but it's less violent on the machine with a reset switch. And as I said, it's not easy, sorry, not difficult to do. Just remember, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do this. But as I said, 12 pins on the user port, starting from the left, looking down from the top. 10th pin, 12th pin. Take a wire, solder it on, take a wire, solder it on, attach it to a little push button, stick it somewhere, you got a reset switch. But if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. So I think this, where did I put that other 64? No, this is the other 64. This is the 64. I am him. I'm going to take that downstairs as well. And I'll put it with things that are essentially working. Essentially. Anyway, and these two little screws, they are history. As soon as I'm done here, I will take them downstairs and I will dispose of them. And how do you dispose of two tiny little screws that, is a good thing in the era of green? Well, I don't know. I'm not throwing them in the garbage. So I figure, you know what? I'll throw them into, maybe I'll take one of Penny's cat food cans that I'm going to throw in the recycling, and I'll put them in that, and I'll leave them in that, and hopefully somehow or another they will end up getting recycled, melted down, or something. But I don't want them. And I think it actually looks like somebody has taken these, like little wood screws, and cut the end off them to put them in there. Anyway, I will keep Robertson screws up here. But that was hell. Anyway. All right. Sorry.
That was easy.
It was easy. Yes, it was. Anyway, thanks for coming. We will see you again. Always a pleasure. Bye for now.